Okay, I just pressed live. And just like that, there it is. Welcome. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mr. Poseidon live stream, weekly Sunday night, 7 p.m. We're here. Let's go, let's go. Yeah. Got my lovely wife next to me, Mrs. P. Let's say hello to Mrs. P. How you doing, Miss P?
Hi.
That's it?
Doing?
That's just like, hi.
I love to make fun of
Hi,
you.
how you doing?
Ah.
Hi. Yeah. How you doing, honey?
Wonderful.
We didn't have a great week this week, I know, right? Wasn't
Did it?
like the greatest week.
Not like last weekend. We had...
Why? What was last weekend? Because I don't remember that one either.
We
Come
the
on!
Piermont Challenge.
I know, I'm kidding around.
Yeah.
Teasing around. Yeah, we had the Piermont Challenge. That was fun. We talked about that already.
We're still recovering from
We're
that.
still recovering from that. Me goodness. We still got to go to the police department, take the pictures, the check, the donation. Yes, we are making an 8 donation. What else, honey, do we want to cover? Yes, I know what I want to cover.
You know?
So, yeah, I'm going to put on my glasses for this one. So, guys, the Montauk Surfcast Association, President Bill Jacob. So I got a little message from him, and I'm going to do something about this because I want to come out, Bill. So maybe this can happen. Let's see if they'll give me the time off. I'm going to go in tonight. I'm going to put in the time. If anybody wants to join me, meet me at my house, get in my truck, up to 3, it's over. Other than that, you don't want to ride in my truck, take
Where
a
are we
car
going?
ride. I'll tell you where we're going. My wife is like, I'm Mr. P. Where we going? All right, so here it is. The MSA Beach Cleanup. That's the beach cleanup and trail trimming. So get ready, guys. We got a lot of work to do. That's right. These things aren't meant to be not doing anything. You got to do something there. But at the end of the day, we're going to have a good time. Going to be all telling jokes, make fun of each other. The trail trimming. It's Saturday, May 4th, 9 a.m. Meet at the lower parking lot. Food and beverages after for those that help out. So that means if you decide to show up, when the food and beverages are served, do not expect anything at all. You have to help. So I'm going to be out there. I'm going to try to get out there, Bill. I'm going in tonight. I'll see if they give me the time off. I've known about this. You told me about this earlier. But again, guys, I'm gonna plug it in. That's the MSA Beach Cleanup and Trail Trimming. Bring your tick spray. Those things are active year-round. Now I just blew off 50 guys that were going to help me. No, I'm just kidding. I got the best guys. It's Saturday, May 4th, 9 a.m. Meet at the lower parking lot. Again, food and beverages after for those that help out. Info at surfcasters.org. Again, info at surfcasters.org. We'll leave a link at the bottom at the end of this video for questions. That's right. Thanks, everybody. And that's coming straight from Bill Jacob. That's right. Let's go. Let's get it on. All right. So we're going to get to Gian. That's Gian at Lurewalker. You guys know this guy, man. This guy, man. Let me tell you about this guy, man. We're going to save it until the show starts. We'll be with Gian in a few minutes. Coolest guy I ever met. Coolest guy I ever fished with. And Gian will literally be on my mind forever. I will know Gian, even if I don't fish with him from here on in. I broke my ankle with him that night. I got him a little angry. Told him we weren't going to catch any fish, and I made him walk all the way to the spot. He flipped. He took his rod, spun it around, cracked me in the ankle with the handle. Everything is fine. He helped me out. I'll never forget that night, but he helped me out, got me out of the jam that night. Anyway, we'll get to Gian in a few minutes. I want to say also, again, I want to mention Bloodline Fishing Adventures right here, guys. Thank you so much for what you guys did for me. It's somewhere around here. There it is. It's down here. Still in the nice box you guys gave me. These guys gifted me a Van stall. Everybody went in on it. I had a beautiful card. Where's that beautiful card, honey? Right here in front of me. I had a beautiful card. Guys made donations. Not everybody was informed, so don't worry about it if you didn't. You know, just get in on the next one, all right? No, I'm just kidding. But thanks to everybody out there. I'm going to mention those names once again because it was such a nice gift that we must do this. Here we go.
Oh.
Number one, Jeff Arugio, who organized this whole thing, Bloodline Fishing Adventures. Everybody made $30 donations, except for Bruce Bain of the Narragansett Surf Club, president. He did a little extra. You know, me and Bruce got that thing going on with the Fruit of the Loom underwear, so chill out and relax. Thank you, Bruce. Love you, buddy. You're the best. Jeff Arugio, Dave Krusner, Melanie Krusner, Danny Oliveira. Yeah, buddy. Bruce Bain mentioned. Oscar Melarera. Cunny, I am destroying these names. Take over after number 7, sweetheart.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Okay, we have Matt Elia, Tom Hood, Bill
Hood, baby.
Henault, Scott Larson,
Yes, Scotty.
Luke Znosko, Will Walker, Danny
Will.
Morales, Aurelio Pabon,
love
Oscar
you
Brea,
guys. I love you guys.
Edwin Rivera, Giancarlo Baldon, Dave Edelman, Vinny DiCiaccio, Brandon
Vinny.
Soselli, Jairo Lopez,
Brandon.
Chappie Nem, Henry Lancio, and Peter Jenkins.
I just want to know, why isn't Turtle Cove's tackle's name on there? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I saw him. Come on. What's up, buddy? Kenny, my man. I'm back, Kenny. 6 weeks. You know what I'm talking about, Ken. I'm back to the normal thing with about 4,200 scars in my stomach, but I'm okay. Anyway, let's keep going. It's, anything else we want to mention, honey? You want to mention?
That's it.
The fishing. Say the
Your
freaking
money.
fishing.
Fishing that you've been out.
Yes.
every
So I've been
day.
out all week. So every year in Piedmont, I feel we get a 2-week stint. When all these fish go by us, we get a 2-week stint of no fish. So I'm waiting any day to get another blast. There's still the fish going up sparingly, smaller schools. If the water's warm enough, like today, we got nothing. I was there earlier, fished half a day. I know John Francisconi, my brother down there, he scored a 23-inch striped bass. I don't know if I got it right, Johnny. Don't kill me if I'm a inch off. I must say hello to my mother. Guys, there she is.
Oh.
Right there. Malo Matisse, Dumpos. Thanks, Mom. I see you, Mommy. Remember, Mom, fishing, and tell him, Dad, you're taking fishing. What is fishing? Never caught a fish with Dad, but he inspired me the rest of my life. And he always took me. He always tried. Anyway, going back to the good stuff again. Hudson River fishing. So basically 2 weeks we don't get it, but there's that day that they come, and they come in a vengeance. I caught it twice in my career on the Hudson. Johnny, all I can tell you is keep fishing this week. Every day, don't miss a day, because it could be any day happening. Every year, 2 weeks, and then ba-boom, on the way out or whatever. But anyhow, the fishing hasn't been too great this year. You know, people say, oh, the fish, we're waiting for them. What are you talking about? They're in Albany. They're in Troy already, arriving up there in Albany, past Albany. The fish are always moving. It was just that we had about 10 days, cold weather, winds. It was horrible, man. And it kept the water temperatures below 50 degrees. You know, at 50 degrees, those stripers like to feed. They'll start slowly approaching the shoreline. Well, it didn't happen, and we missed those big schools. Some of those big schools were caught at Kingston. Guys were killing them in Kingston. Not literally. Relax, everybody. I'm a catch and release guy. You know that. Let's go. Woo.
It's an expression.
It's an expression. I love you, honey. This is why I married you, because it's an expression. I love you. I love life. All right, anyway, let's get back. So basically, the fishing out in Long Island, I've been seeing guys like Lurewalker. He's always out there. He's trying to, listen, man, it's the grind. You understand, guys? Don't think because you know everything in the world, then you're going to go out once a year. You're going to land a 50-pound striped bass. Bro, it's the grind. You got to get out there. I'm out there in the river. People tell me, oh, Mr. P, you're doing great. You catch a fish every day. No. Not every day. It's every 3-4 days sometimes. You got to grind. You got to get out there and fish. If you don't put in the time, you're not going to get that advantage. The advantage is the grind. Just don't go out there fishing with a salmon hook or something and say, Mr. P, I ain't catching them. Listen, dude, this is a millimeter big. We're not in a river here. Woo! What else, honey? Anything else before we get to Gian? The Lurewalker man himself? Come on.
That's about it.
That's
Just
about
say
it.
Hello to some people here.
All right, let's say hello to some people here, like my wife says. Here we go. Let's get it on right here. All right, Striper Fishing Adventures. What's up, buddy? How you doing? DJ, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Willie J, winner of that beautiful ODM rod that he picked up from GW Customs. My man Gian knows who that's all about. Good stuff. Greg Pinellas, there you are. Bill Jacobs. See everyone that comes out to help. Make sure you get out there.
Ooh,
You
thank
better be out
Joe.
there, guys. Got to be out there.
Thank you, Joe.
MSA Beach Cleanup and Trail Trimming. It's Saturday, May 4th, 9 a.m. Contact me. You guys want to go together? We're going to have a good time. Going to go to Montauk. You're going to see the lighthouse you never saw. Let's go, baby. Come on. There's my man, Joe Albanese, president of the Hudson River Club, the association, and whatever else I missed, Joe, I'm sorry. Joe Albanese, I met him down there today at the Hudson. I had to re-register. Joe gets on you. If you're not, participating or at least paying your dues within 1 hour of overextending your due, it's hello. Yeah, Mr. P, it's Joe. Yeah, Joe, what's up? Yeah, listen, it's an hour already. Why haven't you re-registered here? I got you, Joe. Joey's a great guy. He had to chase me a little bit, but he knows what he's doing. He's a smart guy. He runs that club. Excellent. You guys got to come down. They got some great guests. I know Billy the Greek is definitely going to be on there. They don't have a date set yet, but he's going to be up there. Come on up. We're going to have a great time. I know my Bronx guys up there. They're coming up. They're right next door. It just costs $30 back and forth on the goddamn bridges. But anyway, what are you going to do? This is life. John McDowell, I've been watching your posts. You are killing it, buddy. You and your mom. Boo. Woo. What's up, baby? You're doing it. You guys are catching those fish and you're grinding every night. And I can see those fish getting bigger and bigger in all of your posts. Way to go, guys. Wormway, why my man? Wormway, what's going on, buddy? Outcast Lord. No, excuse me. This is Outcast himself. The man who fishes with legends. At least that's what I see him as. I'll see you out in June in Montauk. I'll be there. Maybe May 3rd. If you're there on the cleanup, I'll be there. I'm hoping to get off. Chet Zing, what's up, brother? Willie J's out there. Joe Albanese, my brother. Bloodline Dave, what's going on? Joe's a great guy. We fished a few tides on the canal. John McDowell, there he is. Joe Albanese. Guys, thank you for coming to the show. It's time. I see Lurewalker's wife is giving him a massage and he's falling asleep already. I'm sorry for that, but let's get to the man himself tonight. This is what everybody came to the show about. James Flynn, Tom Hood. Woo! Let's go, let's go. Let's meet Mr. Gian.
What up?
The Lurewalker.
How's everybody doing?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you just fine.
He's trying to
You gotta get over the applause. That's what we can't hear here, Every
Very
time
happy
you
to
show up, it's a...
graduate technical difficulties.
Yeah, no, that's all right. No technical dip, but I was going to say, every time you show up, it's a red carpet affair, People are showing up, calling, hey, you got Lurewalker on the show tonight? Yeah, why? No, I'm just kidding.
Applause.
Woo! So let's talk about a little bit tonight. I'm glad you're on the show, dude. Dude,
Yeah,
I've
man.
known you
Well-
for now, 40 years, I think, since you were born. I was there at the church, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Since
But-
I came out the womb.
Yeah,
Poseidon
that's
was
it.
with the
There you
finger
go.
on.
I was there, bro. I was hearing the knocking. They were like, no, it's not a bite, Eric. It's Lurewalker. Oh, I got it now. Can't wait to see him. Anyway, so basically, we've been fishing for quite a few years together, we could say, because since I started my YouTube channel, you were one of the earlier subscribers, and nothing bad to anybody. You can become a member also, guys. $3 a month. You can't beat it. You're going to get to see my videos first. That's all we got right now. But let's get back to Lurewalker. So I've been fishing now, I got to be saying about 5 years with the dude, because it's been 6 years since, so I've been, right, honey?
What?
Do you remember? No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing around my wife here, G. So anyway, G, so I've been fishing with you for a while, and I like your style of fishing. And when I say your style of fishing, man, you're a fucking hustler on the water, dude. You get out there, you grind. I'll never forget the night. I always mention this with you. We were at Demo Point. We were at the old jetty rocks there, and you guys went up on the rocks. I didn't want to go, and you guys didn't even have freaking corkers, dude. And you went up there, and I remember...
We had the right equipment. We wouldn't be up there pushing out rocks if we didn't have corkers on.
Yeah, I remember. I remember, though, that you guys were on it, and all I saw, so help me God, it was just us three on the beach, and there was a storm going on, guys. It was raining hard, and the wind was freaking blowing. So I see Gian going, yo, I'm going up on the rocks. I'm like, all right, I'll be on here on the sand down here. I'll be watching.
Was Joe with us that night?
Yeah, Joe Bejavenka followed you up on those rocks.
Joe Bejavenka. I hope he's on this. I hope he's on the feed.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm pretty sure he just touched down in New York for the week or maybe the weekend. I'm not sure,
cool.
but shout out to Joe. He's a good friend. I haven't seen him in a while. I know he moved to Florida last year.
Yeah.
And he's been. I don't want to say that he transitioned to the freshwater game, but I know he's been catching a lot of largemouth.
Yeah, Joe, guys, if you don't know, recently lost his wife. You can go to his site. We'll leave a link for Joe Bejavenka on the bottom. That's Hellish Storm for those of you guys that don't know him by his other name, Joe Bejavenka. But anyhow, these guys were fishing. All three of us were fishing that night, and they went up on the old jetty rocks there. And I got to tell you guys that the lights kept going on and off because they had bites on and off. I think they were catching some small blues. But from my perspective, looking up at it, dudes, the storm was freaking hailing. And the rain was hitting you like it was little nailed freaking...
Yeah,
it just hurt. And I look up at the rocks and I see it, and it looked like guys, trust me, I'm not kidding around. It looked like a movie.
the snottier the better.
Yeah, and their lights were on and off, and it looked like lightning almost. And you could see them up there, and all of a sudden, out of all that battle and all that, from the rain and the casting, boom, you see Lurewalker's line go down that night. Lord, I know you were on the big fish. Remember that night?
This night I could never forget because to this day when I bring this story up, Billy the Greek makes fun of me because it's a fish story and he doesn't have apparently any fish stories. But I was using, I don't know why that I was using it. I was using my back bay rod that day. I was using a 9-foot GSB Lamiglass, incredible rod, great rod.
Right.
But I think it might have been the second or third week of the Surf Rats Ball, Bill Wetzel's Striper tournament. And I was throwing an FSG bucktail sand eel color with a white ottertail strip. FSG, he's out of his stuff's all in Causeway Bait and Tackle. Shout out to Causeway. Just got my stuff in there too. Fun fact. And I thought I hooked like a ray or something. I thought I hooked something like gigantic. My rod doubled over. Joe looked at me and he's like, dude, you got a really big fish. And yeah, I'll never forget the drag screaming and me not thinking I can stop it. And my initial instinct was rookie move. Please don't let me live this down. But my initial instinct was to tighten the drag. And Joe screamed at me, don't you dare touch that drag. And
Joe's a good
I'm like,
fisherman.
I gotta stop it. I gotta stop him. And sure enough, I did 2 knocks. If you have a Van Stol, you know that. If you have one of the newer Van Stols, they knock when you tighten the drag a bit. And I did 2 knocks. And no kidding, like the second I knocked, the second that second tick happened, the second I felt it, line snapped. And he's like, you fucker, are you kidding me? And yeah, he'll never let me live that down. And when I tell Billy that story, he just likes to make fun of me.
I got a better one. Delco Joe. I once...
Shout out to Delco. He is a great gentleman, class act. Him and Wombat and Vinny. Awesome guys when they invited me down. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
I once watched Lurewalker jump off a ledge and float 30 feet down on a concrete slab with a rod in his hand. Then he saved 3 kids from a burning building. Dude is legit. Let's go, let's go. Gotta love it. Gotta get a little cheer for that. Wow, saving 3 kids? Are you kidding me? Come on.
I don't travel often, and you know what's so funny when I bumped into Joe and he started really picking my brain because I was in his neck of the woods,
right?
And he's like, he was asking me, where I get on fish, this and that. Oh, this time of year you got to be in the Raritan. I'm like, no, I'm not really in the Raritan. I'm in the middle of Long Island. It takes me, it could take me some time to get to the Raritan, right? I predominantly fish my backyard. I'm 7 minutes from my beach. I'm 5 minutes from all my back bays. I'll occasionally branch out in the beginning of the season. I'll hit the North Shore because they get them first. But I really stay and I try to master. I'm trying to master. I want to know. I want to look back at my logs and be like, oh, second week of June, this is the bay I want to be in, or this is the beach I want to fish, right?
That's right.
I want my patterns to be that accurate. And I know that they're always going to change, but, going back to Joe, he was like, when he was asking me all these spots I fished, not like kind of chasing fish. When I told him that I didn't, he was like, oh, so you don't really fish. And I'm like, excuse me? I don't really fish? He's like, no, I don't mean it like that. But he's like, you're not going all over the place for him, right? And that's why I said, like, no, not really. I'm really trying to, I really just keep to my area, my zip code, right?
Right.
Nothing against the guys that chase fish. I mean, Eric, you and I, we're in the middle of Connecticut in the middle of the winter, freezing our ass off.
Right. But remember, hold on. Remember, when we're in Connecticut, we're always in New Jersey. Continue that beautiful story.
Well, that's all I was saying. I chase fish to a degree, but
yes,
this time of year, if you're chasing fish, if you're chasing stories and reports, you're gonna be a day late every time.
Yeah.
I could quote things that Billy says for days, but fish have tails, and if you're chasing reports, you're always gonna be a day late. This time of year, you're better off finding your favorite spot, finding your favorite beach, finding your favorite bar, and hitting that religiously. Both tides in and out, and you'll eventually get on them. And then it's, finding that specific time when they're feeding. And, that's what I'd recommend to people. I wouldn't recommend chasing reports whatsoever because I've done that and you'll end up just burning the candle at both ends. And
either that or you break your ankle. But anyway, other than that, yeah.
Wait, did I jump back to the ankle story? I totally forgot to mention.
Yeah.
You don't give yourself enough credit.
Yeah.
That night, when you broke your ankle, we walked an additional.
Yeah.
I'm not for those. Some of you might have heard this. Some of you might have not. But when Eric injured himself going in to the spot, and I knew it was bad just because I could tell, and I was like, let's head back. Eric's like, no, we're 5 minutes from the spot. We're gonna walk it out. We're gonna get there. We got to the spot, and Eric probably casted. You probably fished for a half hour, maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah, half hour. I would say tops 40 minutes, but half hour for sure.
He started casting, and when you were like, I could tell. I'm like, dude, we gotta call it. Like, stop trying to muscle through this. You are hurt, and that touche.
Man,
you don't give yourself enough credit. It was a serious injury that you literally fished through.
Let me tell you, buddy. Thank you for saying that. I never tell that portion of the story. I always tell the superhero story, because that's the part they want to hear. When I was falling, literally, remember, we were on that little skinny top, and we were right on top. And when I fell down the side there, and right off that side is a 15-foot drop. Okay, listen.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I wouldn't have died, but I'd be on the show right now going, and Yuki is Gian tonight. This is a good show.
You probably got hypothermia as well.
Right. He saved my life. I feel so good. But anyway, he did. He was really good. I just remember, Gian's a big guy. He's about 9 foot 2 inches right now, G, and you're still growing? That guy is tall. He's got to be a very tall guy. So I remember sliding down.
I'm not that tall.
No, you're tall, dude. He's taller than 6'1". He's lying. Wait till he puts on his freaking waiter pants and his waiter boots. Forget about it. Anyway, so I was
look that big, but I'm not.
Yeah, I was sliding down. And all I remember is G going, grab something. And he wasn't saying it like with a smile. It was like, grab something, meffer, grab something. So I dug, and I was, it was leaves everywhere.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, under the leaves, I felt the root, and I grabbed it. My feet were dangling off the edge. I swear to you guys, it was
a gnarly night.
It was a gnarly. Yeah, he grabbed me by the shoulder. I still have bruises from that night. Gee. Oh, I love the way you grabbed me, though. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But he did grab me, and he did hold me up enough that I could grab the root. That's what saved me. So basically, we got out. He gave me the full 100%, let's take care of Mr. P, and we got back to the truck, and luckily it was the other foot that was broken. I could drive. Go ahead, G. I want you to keep talking about your mission on the Lurewalker Trail here. We've talked about fishing, talked about a little story about Joe Bejavenka. Before we get into what you're about, dude, what's going on this year on the scene in Long Island? What are you looking at this year?
Well, Long Island's been pretty good if you know where to go and where to fish.
Right.
And I can't stress enough to those guys, you can fish 2 tides a day, day and night. You can be on them, you can be looking for them. If you don't have like a good crew, like I can't commend enough the handful of guys that fish just as hard as I do. Right. And some weeks way more than I do. If you have a close-knit group of guys that aren't, taking pictures with landmarks in the background and burning spots and this and that, you can really cultivate just a pipeline of, it was hot here yesterday, I'm gonna go here because they're moving east, right?
Right.
You can really narrow in on where these fish might be, and Big Raul, the Striper Whisperer, my buddy Brandon, B-Bon, these are guys that I fish with, Billy the Kid, these are kids I fish with religiously day and night, sometimes I feel like I see him more than my wife, and I hope she didn't hear me say that. She'll come down the stairs and be like, you do see them more than me.
She heard you, but she's smart enough to know not to do anything online. She's going to wait, and she's going to kick your ass after the show. So anyway.
Yeah. But, because we've all, we fan out, right? I'll hit the South Shore, someone will be in the North Shore, and, we'll figure out where they are. And, I can't give enough credit to the guys that I fish with, and, to the people that I see out there, like the Striper Hunt, who's in this chat. This was Wilbur. This was a guy who I met at a jetty last season, BSing about reports. And I bumped into him early this season, at a specific spot that striped bass migrate to, very early on. And I mean, dude, this guy's been fishing hard. I give a lot of credit to
he does
Wilbur.
fish hard. I know.
I don't know if you guys are following him or not.
Yes.
But, I bumped into him, and I've been fortunate enough with my brand to the point where he was like, "Hey man, do you have any beanies on you? It's cold out. Like I'd love to purchase a beanie." And I'm like, "You bet your ass I do, man." Yeah. And it ended up working out in that aspect. And not only did we become friends, but we now kind of share reports to an extent. I'm not close enough to him where he's telling me what beach he's on, but he's like, "Hey man, they're on the South Shore," So,
listen. I'm a little easier going. I'm a little easier going in that fashion. If somebody asks me what color underwear your wife wore last night, I'm going to tell them. These things happen in life.
Oh.
I'm kidding about that. I love making my wife red. She's so shy right now. Gotta love my wife. Anyway, so going back to the reports and all that good stuff, it matters in this surf fishing community more. Commodity. I see that you're doing it all the time. I know that I do it. I love meeting other surf fishermen, especially guys I never met before. We talk about everything surf fishing, and it's a beautiful thing, Gian. But let's talk a little bit more about, I'm just really excited about your brand, dude. What you're wearing right now. I went to the post office. I bitched. I know you sent the stuff. We should have been wearing it right now. That's okay. That's okay. Listen, don't even mention it. It's not your fault. But it's coming tomorrow, we hear.
Overnight Express.
Overnight Express. But, Gian, let's talk a little bit about your brand and how and when, why did you decide to go from fishing and say, hey, I want to do this? So tell me the story, buddy.
Really good questions. There's probably a handful of people on this feed that might have been following me since day one. And when I first started the Instagram account Lurewalker, there was no goal to sell anything. It was more of showcasing what's being caught, in the Northeast, showcasing striped bass, showcasing, sharks and bluefish and this and that. I'd DM people and be like, hey, that's a sick fish. Like, if you don't mind, I'd love to share it. It started as just, me airing people out in a very positive fashion. Right. And one day I took a picture of these two older guys and, in the distance on a very foggy morning with the sun just coming up, it's odd. I could get real deep into it, but I'll just say, like, I could see the outline of these two older guys, and I was like, that's gonna be me one day. I could kind of see myself in this picture. So I took a picture. It was really no big deal. That day or the next day I'm commuting into the city. I think at the time I was still working in Manhattan, and I went back and I saw this photo and I was like, this is something. It was, to me, it was such a, the picture meant a lot more than the picture.
Right.
I'm like, I should put this on a shirt. I should put this on a hat. And at the time there was, the brand Melon and the brand Salt Mafia. They were making, these really high-end, beautiful hats. And they kind of inspired me to do a little due diligence and figure out the cost and the run rate, how long it would take for me to make back my money, and all the, I'm in finance. So like this stuff kind of, my business mind just goes off and spins.
Right.
And I took this picture and I put it on a hat and I said, babe, let me take $2,500. I'm just going to play with this. Let me see what happens. Yeah. And sure enough, that $2,500 turned into $5.
Yep.
Then that $5, I bought some more colors with the $5. The $5 turned into $72, and it just kind of spun off and became a thing of its own. See, and my first logo was this one.
Yep, I remember that one.
My very first logo.
I got that one over here.
The back green.
Yep.
And this logo it took on a little life of its own. And from there, to this day, I still find, I was talking I didn't tell you this yet, but when I was talking to Ro before the show, I'm like, it's funny, like, I'm out fishing with Billy and Brandon, I'm fishing with my guys, and these moments still happen where I got the blessing from the GOAT to do this. But it's no secret I became very, very good friends with Billy the Greek, and I was fortunate enough to learn the ways of the Jedi and learn how to catch fish from a 30-foot bridge, and it is it's as, if not more, exhilarating than getting blasted by waves and catching fish from the tip of a jetty.
Very challenging.
It's very intense, and it's very labor intensive. Anyways, I bounced it off my guys like, hey, you want to try to catch some fish from bridges tonight? And they're like, what? Catch a fish from a bridge? Aren't we going to get $400 tickets? Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? We run the risk of getting those tickets. That is a possibility. Definitely. I'm like, don't worry, we'll hop in my car, I'm like, I'll eat it. I'll write it off. Anyways, that's not true. If the tax man is listening, that's not true. Allegedly wrote it off. So anyway, we go up on this bridge, and I'm teaching them kind of how it's done, and Billy lands a slob, an absolute behemoth, for a bridge fish. Like, sometimes these fish are small enough where, you could kind of rope them in. This wasn't one of those fish. Right. And when we finally got it in, the celebration and the mere excitement that we all had, it's 3:00 in the morning. We're in the middle of a bridge. Cars are whizzing by here and there, and here's 3 lunatics that are jumping with joy because we caught a massive striped bass.
Wow. Let's go.
What the hell?
Let's go.
So we're going up. I'm like, I told you, it's insane. And I captured some really candid moments, and one of those ended up on Billy the Kid's Instagram. Got the background, did the right thing, knows what he's doing. And when I saw that picture the next day, because you get back from fishing, you send photos out. If you're even still up, you crash, you look at all this stuff the next day. The next day when I saw that picture, I'm like, dude, this is such a good photo. I think that I want to make a silhouette of it. And I want to make a logo on it. And Billy's like, do whatever you want to do, man. Go nuts, Yeah. Absolute class act. Billy's a great dude.
Yeah.
You guys got to meet him in the flesh.
Yeah.
And I want to unveil, if it's okay with you, Eric, I want to unveil.
Oh, come on,
logo.
bro. On my show, 100%.
I'm going to have this logo everywhere. If anyone knows me and follows my Instagram, they know that guerrilla marketing is an understatement. I blast things out there and make sure that people see it for a reason. And, I'm pretty damn good at it too, not to toot my own horn, but, it's this logo. I'm because of the story and because of how it came about. It's pretty special to me. And
ladies and gentlemen, let's pull up that logo.
Let's pull up the Billy photo first.
Okay, pull up the Billy photo first, honey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because you want to see kind of how it came about.
I see it.
So here's the photo.
Story, which, by the way, when I told Billy the Greek, there it is. Look at that gem.
Yeah.
Look at that gem. We were over the moon when this thing came up. It hit a shout out to Dylan Jewell.
Yeah.
It hit a Li Bass Hunter bucktail,
nice.
2 ounce, and
very
wow.
nice.
I mean, it was complete chaos.
Gotta love it.
It was complete chaos for about 20 minutes.
Yeah. I love it. I love this.
Now, if you want to pivot to the logo.
Okay.
Yeah, well, here we go, guys. Let's do that release on that logo. Here we go.
So this is, Labor Day, Memorial Day.
That's right.
Okay, here we
Let's
go.
get a little patriotic here, right?
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the American. Let's say it again, the American Surfcaster.
This all came about because of a picture, and that's
Yeah.
I think it's important to do things, organically. You never really want to try too hard. You want it to come natural. And
I love
that's how all this really happened. It just came about because I love this. I love it. I have a true passion for it. I'll never tell anybody that I'm the best fisherman whatsoever. Billy the Kid can bucktail circles around me. My buddy Brandon, same thing, right?
Yeah.
That's not really what I'm about. I'm out there, 1, to catch fish, and 2, to make these memories with people that I know enjoy making them as much as I do, right?
That's a beautiful thing.
And if you can share those moments with those people, it's special. It's good
special.
Stuff, man. It's positive things. It's better than what I was doing before.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. What he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen,
Nice.
The commodity, guys. It's a beautiful thing. Getting together with your buddies, meeting them, getting to go out fishing with them. Look, he's saying it right to you, man. This is what it's all about. This is what the community of fishing should be all about. What does that mean?
And if I
join my membership every month, it's $3 freaking dollars. That's what that means. You understand? Help me out, goddammit. I'm not Lurewalker. I'm little pinchy little Mr. Poseidon. Come on, let's go. Laura, tell me more, boy.
Well, I just wanted to piggyback off that, and if anyone's thinking about doing their own thing and starting off, and I'm no gatekeeper. I've reached out to many that were there before me, looking for tips and advice and this and that, and it was kind of eye-opening how protective people are.
Yes.
How your new competition. I don't see things like that, and I understand why some people do. It's their livelihood. It's what they do, but. I have a very, the rising tide lifts all boats, right? There's people that are going to see this logo and be like, why would you ever hold a fish like that? Oh my God. And then there's people that are going to be like, that logo's dope. I'm going to buy it. So there are, there's something out there for everybody. And my thing might not be your thing, and that's fine, but I believe that competition will only help me make cooler and doper things, right? Keepers Only is a brand that was there before me, and they recently came out with a killer shirt, and I couldn't help but be like, yo, well done, this is fire, right? Yeah. So if anyone, I was just saying all this because, if anyone was trying to make a hat or trying to do this, hit me up. I'm an open book. The brand Lurewalker has become a bit more than, again, a life of its own, a bit more than just hats and apparel. I recently started selling lures. I'm not making or manufacturing my own per se, but I'm trying to cultivate and, I'm trying to bring a window into the space where the surfcaster can get kind of everything they need, right? I partnered up with killer brands that have a proven product. Shout out to Tyler with East End Lure Co.
Yep.
I don't know if any of you guys know this guy. He is a class act as well. I started selling his paddle tails. They are absolutely fire. These are 1.5 ounce. These guys are out of Cape Cod. They have a whole bunch of awesome stuff. I only bought the 1.5 ounce because here on Long Island, we don't have
correct.
We don't have the canal fishing kind of spot.
Right.
But I mean, these are absolutely killer. These are gonna slay.
Guys, for those of you guys that don't know, for when he says we don't have the canal action out there, what he means by that is you got heavy current out there. You need a lot of heavy
water.
4, 5, 6 ounces, depending on the current out there. I fished out there quite a few times now, especially with my buddy. Who's our buddy, honey? I want my wife to get in.
That's it. Matt?
Yeah, Matt of Night Shift Fishing. Great guy out there. East End Lures.
Yeah, Night Shift Fishing, sorry.
Yep, super guy. There he is right there. East End, been saying it for years. Thank you, Matt, for that.
Tyler's a really, really good dude. So, I'm trying to take my brand and, use it to propagate other brands too, right? So, another one, Cape Cod as well. If you are a fisherman and don't like top water, I don't know why you fish. I think top water action is probably the best action you can get. I partnered up with Striper Gear. Mike Webster is an absolute gentleman and class act as well.
Yep.
He makes some killer ass lures. These are 3 ounces. These things you can cast way past the breakers, get on fish feeding way out there. He makes some nice poppers.
Beautiful.
I call this one fish scale. He let me rename some of this stuff. This is very similar to a cotton cordell. They come in a bunch of different colors. So
beautiful.
I grabbed this stuff so that I can make this one-stop shop for surfcasters to come and be like, oh, maybe they're just getting into it. Maybe they're just looking for some new stuff to throw that's been working. These look good. I mean, fish hit anything.
Just one second. I want to ask you. Hold on. If they want to get your product, what do they do, Lurewalker? Tell me.
Oh, I have the shop button on my Instagram. So if you navigate to my page, right there below Lurewalker, it says shop, and you could just hit that shop button, and you could see everything that I offer and everything that I got, from apparel to now lures. One lure that I got that kind of came out of left field. I wanted something that would swim. It's not similar to an SP whatsoever, but everything that I just showed you is top water aside from those paddle tails. These needlefish that I came out with, these I'm really proud of. These have my name on it. It's
gorgeous. How many inches are those? I love those. Go ahead.
These are about 6.5, 7 inches.
Okay.
It's through wired. That there is the actual through wire.
Nice.
This would protect it from rocks or jetties that you pull it into.
Of course.
It's 2 ounces. It casts a mile. And once you make contact with it on a very slow retrieval, you can see the video on how it swims on my site. It just ever so swims back and forth like this. I was catching fish on these in the middle of the winter. In Jersey, we'll say, Poseidon.
Yeah, right on, buddy. That's the way to do it.
Yes, and I'm catching fish on them now, and it's a lot of fun. It's really cool to tag, to be selling these to people and then seeing the fish that they're catching with them, and putting their post on my story.
Sure,
it's really something. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. What I like most is that as soon as you took out the lure, sounded like your dog. Like, are you giving him treats? I mean, he got hungry when he saw those lures.
I have 250-pound Great Danes,
wow.
And when they get to playing and fighting, they are you don't want to get in the middle of it. To say
So
the least.
basically what you're saying is you need the extra large bags when you go outside and you walk them.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
There you go, buddy.
To say the least, I have the wrong house to break into. If the dogs don't get you, the hot lead will, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, man. Gian, you are the best. I am so happy that you're on the show. And you've been on the show when we had 10 people. Remember, G? 10 people were watching and you were on the show. And here you are now. We got 7,946 people watching, and I'm very happy right now. All right, it's not that
both
much.
Come a long way. You know, both of our channels, both
Absolutely.
of our little things that we're doing have grown a lot. And
Absolutely.
You know, your tournament to speak on the behalf of your tournament.
Thank you.
It's one of my highlights of the year. I look forward to that every year now. It's awesome. Man.
Thank you, buddy. And trust me, this year I have so many things in the work, G, and I do it all for you guys. Guys, as you know, and Gian knows me very well, I'm not making money in this industry. If you want to make money, make $1 million donation. I'll make money. That's great. But as you know, I'm not in the money-making business. I take as much money as I can, and I reinvest it back into you guys. That's why my tournaments, I want to have them as a special, as a cream of the crop, bros. And it's all for you guys. Thank you, Gian, for saying that. Thank you for coming to the tournament last year. That was awesome. And you came the year before. Thank you so much for supporting me. I will always support your stuff, not only because you're a good-looking model type guy. I will support your stuff because you believe in your stuff, and I believe in you, dude. Thank you so much for all of that. I'm not getting you off the show right now. I want to talk about the tattoos, bro. I'm still yet to get my first tattoo. I'm thinking of getting my first one on my asshole, but anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. This is not a kid show, honey, all right? We can joke like that. But anyway, let's talk about a little bit about those tattoos, the Poseidon and so on. I love your tattoos, bro.
You know, I think we disclosed on one of the last shows that I had a Poseidon, and you were over the moon about it.
Yeah.
It's tough to see. I feel like a weirdo holding it up.
Yeah, but, stop doing that. It looks very weird. It's like people are coming on right now, and they're going, "Oh, he's got dyslexic guys on the show." No.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of nautical stuff. If you couldn't tell already.
Yes, I can tell because
it just kind of comes with the mentality.
With the passion, bro. That's what it's about. Yeah, I see your passion in it from the first day I met you. That's why I love fishing with you. When we go fishing together, I see how much of a passion it is. You're very serious. You're on the fish. It's a good time with you. And I can't wait to go fishing with you again, brother. All right, so
I couldn't agree more. One thing I can say is I took another recent photo. This was this is my buddy Dave, Genghis Cat. This was If I Had a Boat. His name's Sam, and this is Kenny Wise. This was one morning we got into an incredible blitz as the sun was coming up. This might go on a shirt just because the stickers came out so good. For the couple thousand people that have bought my stuff, they know that all of my packages come with a bunch of stickers just because, you know, business 101, get your name out there, right?
That's right.
This is my most recent sticker. And yeah, I
love it.
That's pretty.
It was something that, I mean, you could see Sam here on a fish.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's Dave. Dave's on a fish. Sam's getting blasted by a wave.
Okay.
I took a moment after catching a number of fish that morning to just kind of take a step back and take it all in. Something was coming up. I'm like, let me watch the morning come in, you know? And yeah, I mean, I got to, again, these little moments are, you know, they'll live with you forever. So it's, you know, you got to get out. You got to get out and experience life. Don't sit behind a computer, goddammit.
Say it correctly, G. Repeat after me. It's the grind. Get out there. Tell them, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I know the night I broke my ankle, how much you told me that night. Come on, let's go. I'm like, gee, it's raining. Come on, let's go. Come on, gee, it's raining.
It's 32 degrees out.
That's right. But I don't blame anything on anybody. I make my own decisions in life. I decided to go out that night. I wanted to go catch a fish because if he caught a fish and I didn't, I would have been a little pissed. But no, I'm kidding about that part. But
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than when you get the text like, "Hey, you want to
Yes,
go out?"
yes.
And you're like, "Nah, I can't."
Yes.
And then of course, you know your buddy's gonna send you the picture of a fishing
Thank
club
you.
at night.
Thank
There's
you.
nothing worse than that.
There's nothing worse than that. And then you got to reply, yeah, it's a great fish. You.
Hey,
know?
man, awesome work.
Really, the truth.
I
Now
get
I
it.
now I know, Gian. So that night you don't go out with me, and I send you that big fish, I'm gonna be like,
Oh.
now I know what he's really thinking. No, I'm kidding, brother. I know when I ask you, you're always find a way to get out there, guys. I just
Arlo.
there
Oh,
he
my
is.
goodness.
What's his name, G?
This is Arlo.
Arlo, can you hear me, Arlo? Hey, Arlo. Look at him. He's so cute. What a nice dog.
Oh boy, get away from me.
Yeah, now
I'm
you got.
sitting down. I'm sitting down at my kitchen table. This is just how big he is. They're enormous.
Yeah.
But they're so gentle and docile.
Yeah.
Love him to death. Arlo's a puppy. He's kind of a maniac, but he's a good boy.
Yep. Guys, I want to mention to everybody out there, there's 64 of you out there, all right now watching the show. I would like very much if you can hit the like button at least, hit that like button. And if not at least, make a donation to the channel. Everything comes back to you guys. It's not like I'm a big-time Brad Pitt out here. I'm far from it. But all the donations you guys make, and if you become a member, it's even a plus. There he is, Luke Fishing. Luke, what can I say? He showed up last week at the Hudson River challenge I had, Striper Challenge. Thank you for coming, Luke. I appreciate you. Thank you for your, I'm going to say, weekly donations, man. Thank you so much. You don't know how happy that makes me and my wife even more. It makes it easier to get sex after the show. Other than that, no, I'm just kidding. My wife gets, you know what? Let's put the camera right on her. How you like that, honey? How you feel right now, huh? You feel good? She's like, leave me alone. All right, honey, I'm sorry. I'll go back to me. Let's go back to Lurewalker and me. How about that? All right, so guys, you guys know I'm gonna take a second down here, Lurewalker, and put the overhead on. So you guys know this week we're having awesome giveaways. Oops, by 401 Plugs, and here it comes right here. Hi Hook Lures. Lures made to catch big fish. I mean, this lure right here that I'm giving away here. Look at it, guys. I can't even fit it in the. With the tail, it's 20 inches. I'm not fooling around. I measured it. This is 20 inches. These are fish to catch bigger fish. Now listen to me. When you see a needlefish swimming out there, you can easily see 20-inch needlefish. It's not a problem. And this is jointed. It's got 2 treble hooks, big hooks on there. Wow, I'm going to say in the 7.0 range, 8.0 range. These are big hooks. You got a nice tail or flag, whatever you want to call it in the end. I would use this at night. It's got a black top with a purple bottom there. Beautiful stuff. Guys, check it out. This is nice. These are lures that are worth some money here, man. These are good stuff. And let's not forget about my buddy Will, 401 Plugs. This is a beautiful, I like to call these the fat daughters. But this is a nice little plug here. I have my own in my bag. We'll make some good stuff. Nice treble hook just below the eye, a little below the eye. And a nice flag with a nice single hook in the back. I love the single hook in the back. It's like the new things going on. These are tonight's giveaways. If you went to my Instagram account and you saw the pinned profile or the pinned video, you know, basically follow directions on there, you know, tag 3 people, blah, blah, blah. And hopefully you'll get a chance at winning these beautiful products. But I'm going to let Lurewalker take over. I know he's got some giveaways. We're going to add with this. We're not going to do separate. We're going to add. Now, look, if you win this Lurewalker package, forget about my lures. Just for his product, just to have that W on your head. I mean, if you want to get it tattooed, that's another issue. I mean, that's fine. With him, I know it'd be fine. With me, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, put a W on the forehead. But other than that, beautiful stuff. I mean, trust me, guys, I grew up with style and flam and this and that. Today, I'm a broken down old man. What can I tell you? Other than that, I grew up with pristine stuff. I still have a little bit of taste for stuff, and I love his stuff. The pictures in the front, and they're not like this big where you got to be like 4 inches away to go, oh, I see it now. This is beautiful stuff. Big, beautiful, colored. You saw it. The same picture that he had on the sticker. It's on the cap. Fully beautiful. I love it. Lurewalker, keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to let you take over and let them know what they're going to get tonight in your giveaways, along with this giveaway with Will of 401 Plugs and High Hook Lures, made to catch big fish. Let's go.
Before I jump into what I'm going to give away, that yellow darter that 401 makes.
That's right.
Will blessed me with one of those last season. Probably one of my favorite darters to throw. Absolutely killer. Yeah, I said that I was gonna, I'm gonna piggyback off of whoever wins tonight. I want them to be able to choose, one of the needlefish.
Wow.
One of these paddle. So, the needlefish have chartreuse head. They have, black and silver. Pink head, probably the most, realistic in my opinion. Black and blue, great for the night.
They're all realistic, buddy. They're all realistic.
And then green for the sand deals that you get on the beach.
Gorgeous.
Any of those, I figured you could do any color of the paddle tails from white to purple, chartreuse. You got bunker and chicken scratch.
Wow.
Any of those. Then
Guys.
you can also get out of the top water lures. We're just gonna go with one of the 3-ounce plugs, which I'm missing one. I am. It's either gonna be between the mackerel 3-ounce.
Woo!
You could do the bone.
Ooh, I love it.
Or you could do the black mac. I'm calling it the black mac. We call it the ghost bomber on my site. Those are all 3 ounces. These are 1.25 ounces. The cotton cordell lookalikes. One of those.
Wow.
This was First Light.
You put up so much stuff right now. I want everybody to understand. It's like I feel like, guys, you're not getting everything.
It's one of each. It's one of each style.
So
that's basically what it is.
How many lures are we talking here? How many styles?
One, 2, 3,
okay,
4 lures.
Wow, dude! Wait a minute! Stop! Stop! This is not your regular giveaway here. Holy smokes! I have to grab my cheeks. I got a beard on. Wow, and it's colored. Tell me, Lord.
It's still colored.
Oh my God!
So you got the 4 lures.
Oh my God!
And then we're gonna bless them with either of these hats.
Oh, that's my gem.
This is the On the Rocks.
Wow. Wow.
That's a fun one. So, cool story about this hat. This is very recent. Shout out to Ron with Z-Bass. Shout out to all the Z-Bass guys that have Z-Basses. I got very familiar with Ron at the Connecticut show. Our booths, Eric, I was right next to you. Right. Our booths were right behind Ron.
Yes.
So he and I got very close. He loves the content that I put out, showcasing his reels and whatnot. Me, him, and Glenn with GW Customs are hoping to, kind of get together and do this thing.
Right.
I'm going to sit on that. I'm not going to announce that yet. But Ron with Z-Bass is allowing me to, showcase a lot of my stuff in his store in Rhode Island. So, for any of you Rhode Island guys out there that, maybe want to get a feel and see these things in person, you can pop into his store. All my stuff's going to be in there. All my best-selling stuff's going to be in there. Also, so between one of these 2 hats, sorry to jump back to it.
Beautiful.
This one has it's tough to see, but that's the Surfcaster getting beamed up by a UFO.
Yep.
Just because.
Yep.
Let's call a spade, guys. Aliens are real.
They're
right. Real.
They're freaking real. I'm an alien. Look.
You got that hat. And then
nice.
I got this shirt to go along with it.
Oh my goodness. Laura, I just gotta say something. So we're not going to give there's no way
Yeah.
that I'm giving this full package out tonight. This is going to be on next week's giveaway. So here's what we're going to do. Wait. We're going to advertise this all week.
Got it, somebody.
All week it's going to be on.
Yeah.
All week we're going to advertise the Lurewalker merchandise, which is out of this world, and I feel like Crazy Eddie right now, but anyway, this is nuts, man. So we're going to put this out. This will be given out on next week's show. There's no way I'm giving out all this product. I mean, if it was like a half a cap, sawed in half, we'd give it away tonight.
It's probably a little over $200 worth of stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
And,
Yes.
I'm happy doing it, right?
Wow.
I got a lot of stuff I'm sitting on. This is all the new stuff. And, I want more pictures of people hanging fish from these lures. Because, again, anyone that makes lures can tell you. And I can't really speak on the behalf of someone that's, spinning down a piece of wood. That's the feeling that they get when they see someone hang a fish from their lure. It probably blows mine out the water. But
Absolutely.
I can tell you the lures that I'm helping sell for these business owners and for my own with the needlefish, it really, there's no better feeling than seeing the smile on someone's face because they landed that fish with your plug. It's awesome. It really is.
Absolutely. I appreciate, listen, dude, I appreciate you tonight. I appreciate these giveaways, but most of all, I'm going to say again, I appreciate you being on the show, getting your product out there so people can realize what Lurewalker is all about. That's Gian. Lurewalker is all about. I love what you stand for the surf fishing community. I love your ace in your product, bro. I love it. You got some beautiful stuff. You should be wearing that, and when you wear it, feel proud. I would wear that to a wedding as a best man, that cap. That's how look. That's how good looking.
I just have one. I have one, I might start putting this on the internal stitching of all my stuff.
Right.
You got to leave landmarks out of the photos of the pictures that you take with fish.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone that is airing out spots to be wearing my brand. And if I see it happening, I will call it out.
Now look,
it's not cool. I've seen a lot of spots this season get overrun way too early.
Right.
Because people are literally inviting the world.
But always remember when Lurewalker, when Lurewalker is talking, these are not spots to be reached by the everyday surf fisherman. Public spot.
No, they are. Some of them are, but it's not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Billy said something on your show when he was on, and it's we wouldn't tell our mother where these fish were, right?
Right.
And you don't have to go to that extent, but enjoy the bite. Enjoy the bite with the few people that know about it before the world knows about it.
That's
right?
it.
If you're the first person on a bite, I can speak on the behalf of a bite that came early March. Me and my guys were out there every single night, knowing that they're eventually going to be there. We're going to get them. And we were on these fish for probably 2 weeks, unbeknownst to everybody else. We were murdering them. It was incredible, right? Super, super early. Big fish, a big body of fish came in. At least for that early in the year to be getting on, 20, 22 pound fish, not 20-inch fish, pounds. To be getting on those fish, it was special.
Yes.
And, sure enough, word got out. Naturally, people start fishing during the day. People start fishing during the weekends. People get on them, but the word gets out. It happens eventually. But when it got out, I hadn't seen the word get out the way it did this year.
Yeah.
Ever. It was like people were. I think I seen. Again, a lot of it's exciting when you're new to this fishing community and you don't know any better and you catch a fish. You're like, look at me, world. I did it. I caught a fish. And you want to get out there and tell everybody for some reason, right? And some of these people literally were like dropping pins. This is where I got them in this bay, And it's like, all the guys out east are like, yeah, go to that bay, you idiot. But it's a shame because, all that really does is it brings this abundance of people into this little tiny crowded space.
Yeah.
It's one thing if there's a beach and there's 30 guys lined up on the beach, 40 guys lined up on the beach. You can see photos on Maroon Sack Tilly's. Shout out to Eddie. He posts these gorgeous old photos of 1960s surfcasters.
Yeah,
Montauk.
he does. I love
80
it.
guys lined up at Montauk. Like that shit's been going on since the dawn of time, right?
Yep.
The beach is the beach. It's long. It goes on for what seems like forever. But when you're on a tiny little bank or a back bay and the spot's only so big and you're inviting people like, hey, come here and try to catch fish. And all of a sudden you have, 30, you pull up one night and, you're excited because you caught fish there. You posted it everywhere. And now the spot that you caught fish in, there's 40 guys there. You can't go back to that spot. You can't get into that lineup.
You're right.
It gets so dicey and it gets so,
but remember,
sometimes it brings people that leaves garbage everywhere and they're killing fish, taking fish, and it's just not good. It's not.
But don't worry.
For the community. There's only
do not worry.
out there.
I am here. I am waiting for all your bait. I will eat it, and you will catch me. I am the sand shark. Don't worry, buddy.
I digress.
No,
keep
it's
the
true.
Keep the landmarks out of your backgrounds. Angle your cameras down. Get the water in the background. Get the beach in the background. I wrote an awesome article that I was fortunate enough for Matthew Broderick from the Fisherman magazine.
Sure.
He published it, and it was called The Surfcaster's Etiquette. It's on my page if you want to go read it. I make a habit of it when I see these new guys coming into the space, these greenhorns, wet behind the ears with excitement from catching their first fish. Yeah. I DM it to them on the low and was like, hey, read this, Yeah. 'Cause if they read it, they'll see it's not about chasing this endorphin hit that you get from these likes because you caught a fish. That is not the right reason to catch these fish and post these fish. If you're going to post them, I'm not telling you not to, just do it the right way. Leave these backgrounds out. Don't be bringing crowds into these areas where, they don't need to be, right? Yeah. It's just, it's really simple. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to crowd spots is what I'm getting at. It's very avoidable.
If you have to, just do it like me. It's very simple. Just freaking lie. Very simple. Lie. Yeah. Tell them that you caught the beach in Florida. Whether they call you and tell you, oh, you didn't catch striped bass there. Yes, I did, dude. I caught it in Florida. But there's always two types of fishermen that write back on my lying account that they always write back. There's two types. There's one that says, dude, F you. And there's the other guy that goes, where in Jersey did you catch them? That guy that says F you has got a little bit of a brain. The other guy, and if you're out there, I don't want to say your name, but don't ask those questions. I'm a liar every single time. You could see the Montauk Lighthouse behind me. If you see the fish in a picture with gravel or sand behind me, it's a lie. You'll never know that spot. I'm sorry. This is the way life goes. Lurewalker said it. I leave it to other guys to blow the spot. Because like he said, no matter what, that spot's going to be blown up by somebody. Because if there's three of you guys fishing, I wonder which one did it. But anyway.
If you put the time in and you're out there grinding all the time, for some guy to just mosey in because he was piggybacking off of this guy, and I get it. I just talked about before having a close-knit circle and all that. I get it, but it's if you're gonna do it, just do it the right way. Leave these backgrounds out. Keep it a little close-knit. Enjoy the bite while you can. Otherwise, the spots will get crowded. It's inevitable. Yep. And it becomes a bit harder to catch fish because there's 80 lures in the goddamn water. It's what it is.
And the most important thing that we cannot forget, here it comes. Are you guys ready? Yeah, let's get it ready right here. Let's get a little cheering going on. Billy the Greek. The stripers have tails, bro. They swim. They're out there. They're gone the next day. So if you want to chase reports, do it. You listen to me. You might get, I've chased reports. And I've been on one of the chases with you out in Little Neck Bay over there. We went the next day and we got fish, but we didn't get them like the day before. The day before were the guys who went and said, hey, there's a full moon. Let's go out tonight. We went the day after the full moon. We scored some fish. Wasn't bad, but we didn't get the hits where it was a catching night instead of a fishing night. So you got to do your work. Remember one thing, Charlie, the Wolf of Rhode Island, always said, know your area first, because that's the area you're going to fish the most. When I go to the river over here, I know where I'm going. Now, look, I wasn't going to say anything. I'm going to say it anyway. Tomorrow I'm going to a sneaky spot that I always go to every year at this time. I am prepared and I am ready to catch the big fish. I don't care what anybody says. You fish, you grind. I don't care if you're fishing with bait. I don't care if you're fishing with lures. Know your area first. That's where your best odds are going to come at catching your best fish. Billy the Greek. The stripers have tails, bro. They move. You get it? It's not a joke. It's real. Laura, finishing it up slowly. I know it's getting late. We're going to get a nice giveaway here. Your giveaway, you just saw it. I'm going to put it up. We'll advertise it during the week. We'll give that out next week because I want people to see your product during the week, buddy.
I do want to say one more thing. GW Custom, Glenn, Brandon with Captree Bait and Tackle, and Field 10 Bait and Tackle, Jones Beach Bait and Tackle. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, we are having a striker rod demo. If you're in the area, if you're around, this is going to be a grand old time. Brandon has the liquor license. You know, you can get a beer, come get a hot dog. If you've never been to Field 10, it's a really cool spot. Yep. I've never caught a fish there. It's a fun time. It's going to be a really good time. Glenn's going to be in town. He's going to have a whole display of rods that you can cast and try out. If you have a striker rod, shout out to Victor Velez and his fathers, Victor Velez Sr., two great guys, two great fishermen. I've got to know them very well this season. I know Victor bought his striker rod. Anyways, shout out to people who have striker rods. If you have them, you know, come down, pop in. You know, it's gonna be a grand old time. We're gonna have a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, that is really, really nice. Also, again, I want to mention before the show ends, guys, it's very important. It's not just because it's the MSA. It's not because it's just Bill Jacob. It's not because he just made a donation to the channel. He's always made donations to me. I appreciate him so much.
Thank you, Bill.
What a great, great guy for doing that. Again, the MSA beach cleanup and trail trimming. It's Saturday, May 4th. We're going to leave a link at the bottom. It's at 9 a.m. Bill, I'm going to try and go in tonight. Tonight, I have off Tuesday, so tonight will be my last night for the week. I got 4 days off. I can't wait. It's full of fishing. But going back to you, I'm going to put in for the day and see if I get it because I want to be out there for that. And that's happening Saturday, May 4th, 9 a.m. Meet at the lower parking lot. Food and beverages for those who participate in that. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. Thank you to Lurewalker. Again, Lure, I'm going to ask you again one more time. Is anybody out there you want to say anything to as far as family members, wife, kids, anybody?
Love my wife, love my kid. I'm thinking now, I didn't have any of this written down, but there's another plug that I want to plug. Dylan Jewell is having a striper tournament in memory of the late Brian Rath. That tournament, it's on his page, and if you don't follow him, DM me. I can send it to you. Where I'm just helping. This is totally.
I know all about it. Yeah.
But he's trying to, you know, I believe half the winnings are going to the family.
Yes.
The first place gets 50-50 of the prize money. It's all for an incredible cause. That is a tournament that, you know, the more people that are in any tournament, the better. The prizes are bigger, etc.
Of course.
But that's one that, you know, you can get in. There's not really any tournaments going on right now per se. So, you know, if you're looking to catch a big ass fish, which is what we're all kind of trying to do,
right?
You know, and you're looking to, you know, potentially place that fish maybe on a podium, get some money, get a second place prize or a third place prize. I know the entire podium, first, second, and third, do get something. That's Dylan Jewell, Li Bass Hunter, and it's the Brian Rath tournament. That's another plug that I would shout out.
Yeah. I saw that one posted. I'm definitely going to join that one. I just looked at my wife. Did she do it yet? But there's a couple of rules and regulations you guys got to follow. You can go easily to it's Long Island. What's his Instagram account, Lore? Li Bass Hunter.
It's Li Bass Hunter.
Yeah. Li Bass Hunter. You can check him out on Instagram. If you want to join the tournament, like you said, Lurewalker, like Lurewalker said a few minutes ago, There's not really much going on right now. The Bill Wetzel, I know, starts, I think it's June 1st. Is it June 1st or May 1st?
Yeah, that starts real soon too. That's one that I'm in as well.
Yep.
I'm gonna win that one this year.
Yeah,
one,
boy,
this year,
let's
this
go.
Is my year.
Let's
this is
go.
my year.
This is that year. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you with a 23-inch fish. Don't worry, I'm there. Guys, thank you for coming to the show tonight. Thank you to Lurewalker for coming to the show with his awesome giveaways. Lure, I need you to send me some pictures of some of the stuff that they can choose from. So I can post it and I can make my post.
I'm gonna send you a giant care package with all this stuff in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no problem.
Right now, I want to do the giveaway of this week, which is High Hook Lures and 401 Plugs, which is the daughter, and the long 20-inch needlefish with the flag or tail included. Go ahead, honey.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go. Spin it up.
Gian, you're going to hang out a little bit?
Yeah, hang on a minute, Gian.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, is
And the
everybody
winner
ready?
is, yep.
Everybody better be here.
Spin it and tell it.
5, 4, 3. Boom.
Oh!
Chet Z.
Chet Z. Chet Z, if you're out there, you get the Poseidon 10-second countdown. It's a nice prize, Chet Z. I hope you're out there. All right, we're going to start that. Chet Z, let's go. There he is.
Zing.
Let's go. He's here. He's right there. Chet Z, what's up, buddy? I know you are a awesome supporter of the channel. You've been to the shows. You're on the show tonight. Thank you so much. Chet Z, congratulations on that win. Also, we got to let know, Oski, your stuff's going out tomorrow morning, buddy.
You can see the box is right here next
It's
to
right
the
next.
desk.
It's ready to go. But other than that, we'll send out Chet Z stuff tomorrow, too. Lurewalker, what can I say? Thank you so much for coming to the show tonight. I appreciate you. Any final goodbyes to anybody?
No final goodbyes. I'll end it with, we're a community, guys. If you see me out there and my gigantic, American flag is flying 30 feet in the air with my Lurewalker flag under it, pull up, say what up. It's nothing but love.
Let's go.
We gotta be, as a community, we gotta be lifting everybody up and lifting one another up. For the naysayers,
Definitely, bro. I love what you.
But I love you still too. It's really nothing but love. And if there's anything that I can do to help out anyone who's got an idea, thinking about starting something, DM me, hit me up. I'm an open book, guys.
There you go. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming to the show. Congratulations to the winner, Chet Z. Way to go, buddy. Thanks to everybody. Let's go. Let's go.
Thanks, everybody. Peace out.
Let's go. Let's go.